So 8 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock my time. And it's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Thursday today. So let's settle in and have a hug to start with. Of course, this week's all about serotonin. Serotonin, we can boost it by giving ourselves a massage if we've not got somebody else to give us a massage. Ideally somebody else, but it's not always possible. But giving yourself a massage, lovely thing to do. So we're kind of working with serotonin and courage. So courage is the overall theme for this month. I'm going to be working more next month on strengthening the immune system as well. Let's change over the cross of the legs. Give yourself another hug. I realised today, if there's something that you're angry about and it doesn't seem to be something that's like happening about it, then go and do something about it. And for me, I'd like to see more sort of messages out there about how we can keep our immune system strong. So I decided there's going to be my mission in life. I'm going to try and do that. So, but today we've got inspiration from one of my favourite gurus, which is the cat. Hello, you. Saying hello to him because they're so good. I was looking at Angelo last night. They're so good. They just seem to be always happy. And I realised that they get that balance right between rest, play, stretching, and knowing when to pounce. These are all the kind of ingredients for movement that we want and actually in our lives, and getting that balance right. So we're going to be working with boosting our serotonin by channeling our inner cat today. So just settling yourself in. Let's start with 3 cleansing breaths. Just on time, Angelo, just on time. We need to today. So taking a deep breath in, filling the belly, the chest and the shoulders with air. Holding the breath. And then exhaling, opening the mouth and letting it all go. Inhaling fully, belly, chest, air, like big balloons opening up, big kind of wing-shaped balloons opening up in front of the body. And exhaling, letting go. So clearing the channels, clearing the airways. Holding the breath. And then exhaling, letting go, letting go, letting go. So we're going to continue that breath just with like using the hands as well. So bringing the hands up like from the belly, across the chest, and then opening the arms out, lifting even the head up here. And then softening in. We inhale. It's like opening your wings out slightly, just nice and soft, finding that spiral and softening in. Inhale. Opening your wings and exhale, softening in. So you're finding that tilt forwards and backwards of the pelvis as well. So we're not just doing the hands like that. Whole body connected. Start to tilt forwards and backwards on the sit bones and just find this whole body movement. And then open the arms out, holding there for a big breath. And then releasing the hands down just to rest onto the knees. I'm just going to circle the head for a little bit. Oh, so as you circle the head and just take the neck through its range of movement, this is what cats are fantastic at having. You know, they've got freedom of movement. They can do anything. They can pounce. They can rest when they want to because they've got just that energy is able to flow freely around the body. So as you now sort of get the shoulders and the chest involved, allow this to become a full body movement, and you'll see that it starts to transition into our Sufi grinds, our circles. So maybe the head's still moving. Or maybe the focus now is more into the chest and the shoulders. See it as freeing up, freedom of movement. That's what the cat's for. And they don't move with any ego. They just move for function, really, don't they? Or for play. It's like, oh, I want to just sort of, that one here, just jump up onto that wall. Easy peasy. Okay, slowing down to a stop. Let's take the legs in the other direction, opposite leg in front, and let's start to move the head in a circle, rather than just thinking about moving the head. Have your focus on, how do I release tension in the neck? How do I need to move to release any tension in the neck that we might have from when we were sleeping? Moving around. And then maybe the shoulders want to get involved. Just seeking out places that you may be tight and constricted. And then just move it in a way that's softening the body. So you think about what the cat is like and how it moves and how it's able to play, then rest really easily. It's got the balance right between strong and soft. And that's kind of what we're going for. We're certainly in wild yoga. So I'm trying to find that balance between strength from within, but also a softness. So it's just really everything back into its natural state. So see how the movements then start to evolve into your Sufi grinds. Everything connected. I just had a funny visual in my head, just popped in there. So I was thinking of how to describe, how everything's connected. If we think of how the cat moves, the cat in its exercise regime, he doesn't go and get his dumbbells and do bicep curls, does he? That would be very funny. They stretch, they pandiculate, they have a little jump. That's just natural movement. So I would like to see Angelo do these bicep curls with weights. Okay, let's take the legs out and give them a bit of a bang and a shake. Taking the right hand onto the right leg, taking an inhale, really stretching out, opening out that wing, and then softening in. So it's the same as we've been doing this week, but we're going a little further. Look at how the cat stretches as it wakes up, and then it can soften. Here's we've got the balance, that extension, reaching up, going and jumping up on the wall, and then being able to fall fast asleep straight afterwards. And my invitation for you today, for your kind of ongoing health for the day, is, if it's possible, be more cat and take a nap when you need it. Full permission. You say, I've got full permission, my yoga teacher, to take a nap whenever I want to. I think we'd all be healthy if we just napped when we needed to. Okay, folding over that right leg, just having a little wave, a little wriggle here. Soft cat. And then walking the hands around in front and lifting up back to the upright. So left hand on the right leg. This is a great one for waking up the vagus nerve. So this is a good one for that tuning in process, getting mindful in your practice. And the way cats move, because they're not distracted by, bills, what to have for dinner, or that kind of thing. Lucky things, aren't they? They are naturally mindful. They're just thinking, what am I doing now? I'm going to jump from here to there. How am I going to do that? That's all they're thinking of. So they're very mindful in their movement. And this is what we want. We want to be in our body, just thinking, how do I reach this arm up to there? And how does it feel when I do it? And then soften it down. And then just take the hands wherever you are. No force at this time. Just soften it. Just soften it. And having a little wave, a little wriggle. And then walking the hands back around to center. Bringing the hands back around in front. We're going to bring the legs in. And what we're going to do from here is slide the heels in. And then just drop the knees down to the right. This right hand comes behind. And we're going to take a big yawning stretch. So we're going to really push that left arm up towards the sky. Lift up the hips. Maybe the hand comes around behind you as if heading the fingertips to the backhand, towards the backhand. We're gently opening up the side body there as well. And then slowly releasing down, releasing the hands. Let's bring the legs around and just see if we can change over the legs, just using the core to do that. The left hand comes behind. We take a big, open up. It's a big, good morning stretch. And then slowly lowering down. Good, let's swing the legs around behind. Let's come onto the hands and knees. So any cushioning you need. I'm going to tuck the toes under. So this is one of my favourite just ways to warm up the body, is literally just to tuck the toes under, sit back onto the heels. This is the cat getting ready to pounce. Get the paws ready too. It's like a sprinter on a starting block. You see they do this. Tailbones lifted. Good. And then we're just going to start to float a little bit further forwards. Shoulders come over the wrists. Just move the knees a little further back. So when you come forwards, we'll just hold in the forward position at the moment. We'll set the position. So where are the knees? If you tuck the toes and lift off the knees, you should be able to hold a plank there. I'm just going to fix our press position, vertical press position first. So arms are a little wider than shoulder width apart. Press down into the fingertips and the heels of the hands, tighten up the muscles in the upper arms. And then with the chest, elevate the chest up. You do that by pressing down into the hands and the shoulder blades spread across the upper back. We're going to brace the belly. And then we're going to lift off the knees. And here we're just going to get that action of getting ready for action, the action of getting ready for action. So just pressing the heels away. Maybe you want to walk through the feet here. You drop the knees down when you want to. So remember the cat knows when to rest. You don't need to hold it the full time. I just have a little play around with this. Maybe taking the hips side to side. Just make it a little wild. Make it a little wavy. Imagine you're in water. Feel the water energy in the body to balance out that fire. Good. And then let's drop the knees down. Let's widen out the knees now, bringing the toes together behind you and softening back to a child's pose. So notice how after you kind of discharge a bit of energy, you lose a bit of energy up, it's easier to rest after movement. Okay, slowly lifting the head up. We're going to do a crouch and pounce. So we start the crouch position, the toes tucked. And then we exhale and we shoot ourselves forward to that plank. Now, you can stay at this level. What you want to find when you come forward is really get that brace position. Inhale, ready for action. Exhale, brace. Inhale. Exhale, brace. Now, if you want a bit more, you can lift off the knees as you come forward. And imagine hugging the thighs towards each other. So you crouch and you pounce. We crouch and we pounce. Tailbone lifts, then brace the belly. So we want that arch in the spine. You look forwards before you crouch, head lifted, and then brace as you come forwards. Option is to lift off the knees, and you can do this at your own pace. We're just going to do this for another 5 minutes. Not really. Not really. Just his little joke. Everyone's thinking, yeah, not that funny, really. And one more. Now rest. Rest, rest, rest. Allow and enjoy the rest. Just having a little bit of a play. And then having a little bit of a nap. Maybe you want to really take a big exhale and release on the exhale. Now, lifting up. We're going to do this one more time. Tucking the toes. This time, I invite you to play around with the movement. So maybe they're circles. So as we come forward, it can even be a plank. Taking the hips one side, then to the other. Just play around with that. I go in one direction first, and we'll change in a moment. So we don't want these just lines. We don't want to just be strong there. We want to be able to adapt to a changing environment. Ready for action. Oh. Let's go in the other direction. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Remember, it's just play. There's nobody saying, you have to do this right to the end. The only person that is in charge is you. You know, cats dance to the beat of their own drums, don't they? For sure. They're the boss. They do anything that they're told to do. Maybe that's why I like them. Little rebels. Last one, knees down and rest. Oh. Just softening into that. Big breaths out. Enjoy the rest. Know that you've earned it. Know that it's as beneficial as the movement. Remember, life, and cats have mastered this, haven't they, is a balance between rest and movement. Are we ready for action again? Are we ready for play? We're going to come to more of a kind of square, all fours position, tabletop position. I'm going to take the right leg back. I'm going to give it a good shake. Shake it up first, really activate that leg. Part of the reason cats are, strong, flexible, they've got this psoas muscle right here. It touches there, underneath there, that's as strong as it is long, not stressed like ours and contracted like ours. We'll work a little bit with that. So we're going to inhale, lift that right leg up behind you. As you do that, lift the head and really push down into the floor. You can even bend the elbows a little bit here, just to get a bit more open in the front of the body. As you exhale, you're going to bring the knee underneath you. Draw in the belly, bring the head to the knee. Breathe out. Taking an inhale, so nice and slow. We're not swinging the leg. We're controlling it. We're extending it. We're opening up the whole front of the body. You can even bend the elbows if you like here. And the exhale, we find the contrast. You push down into the fingertips and into the heels of the hands, and you bring the knee underneath you. Okay, this leg swan. I'm going to take the leg back, same action. Feeling the opening in the front of the body. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the outer edge of the right elbow, still drawing in, still contracting, but so you can place the right foot just to the outside of the right hand here. And then we're just going to get some movement in the hips there. So we're going to start just by, and you can be on the fingertips here, you can even lift up the right hand onto the thigh if you want to, just wherever you're comfortable. More about what's going on in the hips, just guiding this left hip towards the right heel. Just this softening and opening up action. And then play around with that action, make it a little wild. You find this natural kind of arc that happens with the tailbone as it goes from the heel towards the back foot. Maybe it's a full circle, nice and round. Start to just lift up to the upright from here. And just balance there for a moment. I'm going to take the arms out to the side. I'm just going to come to face you for this. Take the arms out to the side. I'm going to drop the left fingertips down towards the floor. I'm just going to take a little side bend there. If it's a little far, just keep the hand on the hip. Okay, so it feels a little odd. It's different to we usually do it. This one. That's kind of cool. And I lift it up to the upright. Arms out to the side. Now bring the left hand down underneath the shoulder and open up that right arm for a twist and take the arm behind you. Notice what happens when you spiral the fingertips. As we're holding this, you go to the little pinky, turn it towards me and then turn it up towards the sky. And notice how that opens the chest out. So everything's a spiral. In nature, sacred geometry, architecture, movement. Now bring the arm up and over the head. Bring the hand down to the earth. What we're going to try and do here, little challenge, is to take that right foot and draw a circle, or take it all around behind you, and then shake out the leg again. You're good. And drop the knee down to the floor. Sit back onto the heels and rest. Are we ready for action again? Left side. Ready. Born ready. You were born ready. Remember that. You were all born ready. Let's take the leg back. Shake it vigorously out, just to activate all that prana of the energy. So we're going super slow. Left leg lifts, maybe elbow bend, head lifts. Exhale, control the knee coming underneath you, drawing in the belly, pushing the earth away, finding that nice flexion in the spine opposite to what we just done. Slow motion. Just think about cats again. I could spend my whole day talking about cats. It's when cats, you know, when they're in, have you ever seen them in a room with a dog, or if there's something they're scared of, and they'll move in slow motion, thinking if they move so slowly, somebody can't see them. They can't be seen. I used to watch Lucky with a dog in the room, and he'd just move, quite slow motion, just so funny. Okay, this last one, lifting the leg up, finding that extension in the spine. Slow motion, bringing the knee to the outer edge of the left elbow. Have a little tuck there, and then you can land the foot down. Don't worry if you have to give the foot a helping hand, okay? So remember, it's all practice. It's all just play. And then let's start to move around. The movement really coming from the tailbone here. So cats have amazing sort of crown-tail connection. So do we. And explore the arcs and the spirals. And the tailbone moving around. Notice how you can get into places. So we just did that straight line. Forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. Yeah, it'll be really strong and flexible in that direction. But, you know, if something comes and knocks us sideways from that move, we want to have freedom of movement everywhere, not just the lines. Maybe that left hand wants to come onto the knee. So just start to straighten up, coming up to the upright and holding the arms out. Just get a comfortable base, thigh in line with the foot. Left hand now is going to come either to the hip or down to the floor, bringing the right arm over the ear. Show you from the side. So, yeah, that's it. It's the opposite direction to you'd think we're going to go. Now opening out, bringing the right hand down to the floor, turning that left foot out maybe a little bit more, sink at the hip, and opening out the chest, just spiral the body open to look behind you and play around with that right hand and the spirals with the hands. Just focus on your pinky, bring it down. So you can take your pinky in a circle, like 360 degrees with the pinky, and then notice what's happening around the shoulder blades, even into the upper back. Play with these spirals in the body. Okay, take a big inhale. Now take an exhale, bring the hand over the top, and with this left foot, we're going to draw a circle until you take the leg behind you. Give it a good shake out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then drop the knee down. Sit back child's pose. As you sit back child's pose, have a little cat wriggle down into it and soften down into it. Just go a little wild into it. Soften the tissues first before you arrive. Take a few releasing breaths. Maybe taking a moment to think where you might have a nap in your day, or it might just be something that crops up in the middle of the day. I'm just going to go and have a nap. Full permission. Okay, slowly walking the hands back and coming up to sit onto the heels if that's comfortable for you. If not, with the legs crossed in front. Let's take a big yawning breath. Embracing the day. What cat are you going to be today? Wild cat, or if you've got a cat that you just want to watch today and think, what can I learn from this pussycat? Exhaling, bringing the hands down to the heart, and from my wild heart to your wild heart. Namaste. Namaste. And good morning to you.